A series of important meetings are taking place having wide-ranging geopolitical ramifications. We begin with the most important meeting. About an hour ago, American and Russian officials have concluded crucial talks in Saudi Arabia over Ukraine's future. The talks took place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in the absence of Ukraine. This unprecedented gathering, orchestrated less than a month into Trump's presidency, leaves European allies watching nervously from the sidelines. Inside the palace, the atmosphere was tense as Secretary of State Marco Rubio faced Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov across the table, flanked by National Security Advisor Mike Waltz and Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff on the U.S. sides. The Russian delegation, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and Yuri Ushakov, who is a foreign policy advisor to Putin. He previously served as Russia's ambassador to the U.S. Saudi Foreign Minister, Prince, and National Security Advisor were present at the meeting as well. Moscow seized the moment to raise fresh demands, calling for NATO to formally withdraw its 2008 membership promise to Ukraine.
It is worth noting that the refusal to accept Kyiv into NATO now is not enough. The alliance must disavow its Bucharest promises of 2008, according to which Ukraine was guaranteed membership in the North Atlantic Bloc in the future. Otherwise, this problem will continue to poison the atmosphere on the European continent.
Following the talks mediated by the Saudis, Russian officials declared the negotiations went well. Kremlin says a Putin-Trump meeting appears unlikely next week, though. Its conditions were discussed, however. Kremlin emphasizes that Putin will determine when further contact on Ukraine begins. President Zelensky of Ukraine is in Ankara meeting Turkish President Erdogan, excluded from the discussions that will determine his nation's fate. European leaders hastily gathered in Paris, grappling with this radical American pivot. Their primary fear, Trump might rush into a deal with Putin that not only ignores European security interests, but effectively rewards Russia's aggression, potentially emboldening future threats against neighboring states.
The European countries have to play a leading part in that guarantee, but require a backstop from the US, because in the end, it is only the US that can provide the deterrence to Putin that will prevent him attacking again.
EU finance ministers, on the other hand, are meeting in Brussels to discuss greater flexibility in budgetary rules to allow for more military spending. A shock switch in policy from the United States has prompted calls for Europe to ramp up its own defense capacities through higher spending.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.